Could you use a quick tip daily? How about a tip that can impact your day? My name is Raphael. Join me as I bring you tips by experts around the world. These experts have shared their knowledge and wisdom with me and will directly share them with you. Make sure to subscribe, like, follow, and comment, and I would love for you to become part of the New Tip Daily community. Good morning. I think I have Yasmin. There you are. How's everything today?
Hello. Good morning, everyone. Doing well, doing great.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about follow-up mistakes. Wow. So many people make those, right? But you're going to give
Yeah,
us a tip on how to avoid that, right?
exactly. Yeah, for sure.
Perfect,
So,
perfect.
good morning. Good morning, everyone. It's Friday. It's the end of the week. I'm sure that everyone wants to end the week strong. So, let's do that. So, today I'm going to talk about the follow up mistakes. And the reason I'm talking about follow up is that this is a near and dear topic to my heart. I personally was able to help my husband grow his business and grow from one deal per month to 4 deals per month in real estate in COVID, when COVID hit, through follow up.
Mm,
I wasn't the best yet in sales. I didn't have the sales skill set yet. I didn't have the negotiation and close yet, but I leaned heavily on follow up, and I applied the follow up system to increase our sales, to be able to increase our sales. And this is a topic, Rafael, that I can't talk enough about.
mm.
If I start talking about follow up, I will talk for hours and hours nonstop. So I chose to talk about the follow up mistakes because when you know the mistakes that you can avoid, at least you will be able to play in a safe area. So let's get started and talk about follow up. But I want to know in the chat, let me know in the chat for those who are watching us, who wants to make more money today? Who wants to make more money immediately? I know I want to. So let's see some yeses in the chat if you do want to make some more money today.
Yeah.
And let me ask this also: who wants to build lifelong relationships with their existing clients? Who wants to do that? I'm sure that you do want as well, right? Who wants to close more deals? Who wants to receive referrals from their existing clients consistently? And the answer for all of that is simply by following up. By following
Mm,
up. Following up is known to be the holy grail of sales. It is known to be the holy grail. It's known to be that we all know that the money is in the follow up. And
hmm.
it's simple. It's simple. It's something that you can apply immediately to your business. So let's get started by defining follow up before we get into the mistakes of follow up, because this is what I learned is that definitions are so important. We need to know what we are talking about. So define, follow up, define. Follow up is the ability to see something all the way through. It's your ability to see the deal all the way through. It's your ability to see the relationship growing all the way through.
Mm,
It's not something that happens overnight. Sometimes it does happen overnight, but this is not usual. This is not the case in most relationships. Few facts about follow up, because when we are talking about the importance of follow up and the importance of avoiding the mistakes of follow up, we need to understand some facts. You know, Rafael, 72% of B2B, business to businesses, aren't sales ready, which
mm,
means that when someone hits my website or someone calls my office to ask about my services or my prices, doesn't mean that they are ready.
right.
It doesn't mean that they are ready. 72% of
Mm,
B2B aren't sales ready. 50% 50%, listen to this word, of qualified leads aren't ready to buy yet. And these
Mm.
are qualified leads. 65% of B2B companies, after being surveyed, they admitted that they do not have a lead nurturing strategy in
Mm.
place.
That's a shame.
But what does that mean? What does that mean for me and you and for our audience who are listening to us right now? It means that for a business to survive, they have to follow up.
Mm.
And the good news is that if your competitors are not following up and you are, then you will have a greater market share.
Yeah. Yeah. You
So
know,
this is,
Yasmin, I got to tell you that that is amazing, amazing advice. And if you want to be in business, if you want to survive, you have to have SOP, right? A system of following up.
yeah,
So it has to be a system, right? I know I have them for my businesses and I can share that with you, but I want to continue hearing what you have. I mean, great, great statistics. And if we know that most people are not ready to buy, but they're kicking the tires, right?
yeah,
Mm.
of course. Yeah, they are thinking about it. They are doing their search. They are looking on the internet. They are comparing prices. They are comparing products. But guess who wins? The one who wins is the one who's top of mind.
Mm.
And this is where the follow up comes. So, okay, let's get to the mistakes with follow up that if you can avoid today, right now, you will start making money right now.
Mm.
Number one, never making the call. This is the number one mistake. Never following up, never making the call. And why? People have call reluctance. They are scared to make the call. They are not used to calling people and following up with them. We were programmed, we were raised that we shouldn't ask for something. We shouldn't bother people. And this is wrong. If you need something, you will have to ask. Otherwise, you will not get. If you don't ask, you will not get. So we have to make the follow up call,
Mm.
right?
Yeah,
We
absolutely.
have to be,
You're right, 1,000%. How do you
yeah,
know? How do you know if you don't ask?
exactly, exactly. You need to know how to handle objections, but people don't follow up. They never follow up because they do not know how to handle objections.
Mm.
They do not know. They wait for, oh, let me see what I can say. Let me write down what I can say. Oh, if my customer or if the person on the other side of the line, or if the person that I met at a networking event, I'm following up with them and they said they are busy. What can I do? How can I reply to them? Let me search for a script. Okay, let me organize my space first. Let me organize my environment. Let me do some coffee. Oh, it's too
Mm.
late. I cannot follow up. Let's do it tomorrow. And
Mm.
tomorrow, the same thing happens again, and you never follow up.
Mm.
And you waste the time and the energy and the money that you have spent on the lead, or you have spent to go to a networking event and make some relationships. You have wasted and
Yeah.
it's gone. When you are in the game, you are in the game. You need to start the game. That's it.
Mm.
You want to organize your space, do it before you start the game. But when you block out a time for follow up, then you are in the game. And now we need to start.
I love the game aspect because if you think about it, you cannot win if you're sitting on the bench. And that's what you're talking about. You have to
Exactly.
get in it. You have to score the goal. You have to pass the ball. You have to do everything. One of the things that I'm thinking when you're talking more is that if they gave us their contact information,
Mm,
what they really gave us is permission.
exactly. Exactly. They have given you the permission. Exactly. So the number two mistake with follow-up is not making enough calls. There is no frequency. There is no volume. And we all know that sales is a numbers game. Whether you are selling an idea, whether you are selling a service, whether you are selling a product, it's a numbers game.
Mm.
No one on planet Earth is not selling. Because I talk to some people and they tell me, oh, we're not in sales. No, you are. You are in sales. And if you want to get along in life, you need to be in sales.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you need to follow up to be a good salesperson. So, not following up and not following up enough and consistently moves you away from being on top of your buyer's mind. And the buyer goes to someone else if you're not following up enough. One
Mm.
time is not enough. Here are some stats that will make life easy for everyone to understand how this works. 2% of sales are made on the first contact.
Mm.
So if a lead hits your website, a lead that you have paid for hits your website, and you call them once, your chances to close a deal is 2%.
Mm.
If you go to a networking event and you get out of your comfort zone, and let's say you have that anxiety from being around people, and you just pushed yourself to be around those people and talk and exchange contacts and information and talk about your business, and you come back home and you call them once or you follow up with them once, chances are that you close a deal with them or get a referral from them is 2%.
Mm.
3% of deals are made on the second contact.
Mm.
4% of deals are made on the third contact.
Mm.
10% of deals are made on the fourth contact. And guess what? 80% of deals are made between the fifth and the 12th contact.
Mm.
So you choose how many times do you want to follow up with your clients.
Yeah, I say you follow up 20 times.
Exactly. Or 10x, right?
Yeah. You know, I know that you have great advice, great stats, but one of the things that if you can automate some of it, right? For example, if somebody goes to my website, if they click more info, they're going to get a text message right away. They're
Yeah,
going to get an email message within 5 minutes.
amazing.
And then I follow up every day until they say no or get out, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that's I think that's aggressive follow up, but it's not aggressive enough because they also gave me permission. So now those are follow ups, right? I
yeah.
still do a third follow up. So I got text, I got email, my third
Exactly.
one, the most powerful one, phone call.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, yeah, exactly. And if you don't know, it's always better to know what to say on the phone. It's always
Mm.
better. But if you don't know what to say on the phone, just be genuine. Just be direct. Just be authentic and say what is it that you're calling for. Say
Mm.
the reason for your call. So, some people tell me we do not want to feel salesy, we do not want to sound pushy. And I agree, but as you mentioned, be creative with your follow up, and you will not sound salesy and you will not sound pushy. The third and last mistake with follow up is not calling on regular basis. Imagine if you go to the gym once and you
Mm.
want to build some muscles and to be in shape. What's going to happen? Nothing is going to happen. You have to be regular. You have to be consistent. Go to the
Mhm.
gym once a month and you will feel sore. Go to the gym once a week and you will feel pain. But go to the gym 4, 5, 6, 7 times a week and it will become a second nature and you will see the results.
Mm.
So these are the three mistakes that you can avoid with follow up to start making the money right now.
Mm.
The intention is stronger than the method. So start following up. Stop overthinking about what you're going to say. Just make the call, make enough calls, and call regularly. And these are the three
Absolutely.
mistakes.
I love it. I love it. You know, one of the things that we are definitely following up with everyone is that we have an event coming up on May 12th. I know you're going to be there. We're going to have several other great speakers. Let me share that with everybody. Just take a look.
Yeah.
Are you ready for an unforgettable experience that will inspire and motivate you? Look no further than Heroes Rising. This virtual event will showcase some of the speakers who will grace our stage in July. Join us May 12th at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Heroes Rising brings together a lineup of incredible speakers and thought leaders who will share their wisdom and insights on how to become the hero of your own story. With topics ranging from personal development and leadership to entrepreneurship and social impact, this event has something for everyone who wants to make a positive difference in the world. Whether you're an aspiring leader, an entrepreneur, or simply someone who wants to be inspired and motivated, Heroes Rising is the perfect opportunity to connect with like-minded individuals and learn from some of the most influential voices in the industry. Don't miss your chance to be a part of this transformative experience. Get your tickets now and join us for Heroes Rising on May 12th.
So that is exactly what we're doing. I think I lost Yasmin. Oh, there you are. So that's what we're doing. I did not notice your picture, and I wonder why, because there's another video that will probably have your picture on it. So we're going to have so many amazing people at this May 12th event. And why do we do a May 12th event? Because it's a preview of what's going to happen in July in New York. And I know you're going to be speaking on our stages with valuable information. And you talked about how you started helping your husband, and follow up is how success became prevalent. Because without that follow up, my gosh, I don't know if you guys would have succeeded, right?
No, I wouldn't have been able to do that. Yeah. I wouldn't have been able to succeed. I leaned heavily on follow-up, for sure.
But you didn't understand follow-up when you got started, did you?
This is the one thing that I understood, because I had the system. I had the system. I had the exact system on what I need to do. And I was able to automate everything, as you mentioned earlier, for my husband on his CRM. I asked him to give me some videos, and I created some emails, and I created some messages, and we automated everything, and things started rolling. Like, it's easy. It's easy to get started with follow-up and to convert leads that like you're wondering why they are saying no, or why they are saying I hit your ad by mistake, because they are not sales ready. So when you know the stats, things start to make sense.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. So without follow-up, what are you doing? You're leaving tons of money on the table. You're leaving customers out, right?
Exactly. You're leaving opportunities. You are leaving opportunities, as you mentioned on the table, and you are wasting your money, because so many. I know from the real estate industry, so many real estate agents invest their money in ads, and when they call the leads, and the leads give them some RDRs, reaction and defense responses, such as I clicked by mistake. I can't remember that I clicked your website. Who are you? Oh, I'm not buying a house. I'm not selling. Oh, it was for my son. It was for my daughter. And these are all reactionary defense responses, when you know that by following up, you will be able to warm up this lead. These are cold leads. You cannot go to a cafe and see a lady and ask her for her hand to marry her all at once, right? You have to warm the relationship up before you get serious. And it's the same with your leads. The fact that they have hit your website doesn't mean that they are ready to buy, and it doesn't mean that you are the right person. And this is what we thought at the beginning. Oh, someone hit our website. Yes, we are selling their house. We are buying for them. It's not the case. It's not. Measure it on yourself. If you are going to buy something, forget about house. Anything. You will do some search as a buyer, as a customer. You will do your due diligence on the internet, and you will put your information on different forms and on different websites. So it's the same. It's the same. But who gets the sale? The person who follows up first and the person who follows up last.
Yeah.
And this is where you build your credibility with the client. The person who stays in the game is the one who wins.
Oh, without a doubt. Yeah. Talk about winning. Wow. Great tips today. You are definitely a follow-up queen, is what I'm going to call you. Because without follow-up, and you said it before, you don't know if you don't ask, but sometimes they're not listening. They don't know that what they really want is what you have, right?
Hmm.
But so
Yeah,
sometimes you have to tell them different ways, right? That's why we use different
exactly.
levels of communication, right?
Yes, you have to use different levels of communication, and also you have to introduce yourself to that person.
Mm,
People like to do business with people that they trust and know.
mm,
I measure it on myself. Somebody calls me, I need to know more about them before I say yes or no. Let's move forward with a demo, or let's move forward with doing a deal with you. If I'm going to invest my money with you, then I need to make sure that you are trustworthy and you are the right person. And all of this happens in the follow up. This is where it's your chance to show that client who you are and how
mm,
you work. It's
right.
your chance to show them your persistence. It's your chance to show them how professional you are. It's your chance to be direct and authentic. It's your chance to warm them up. Send them a message, send them a video, let them get the feel of who you are and how you look like and how you speak, and is this the person that I like to do business with? Are they
Mhm,
confident or not? So like these are all ways to warm them up, to tell them, here I am. I'm not going to give up on you. I'm not going to give up on you. I'm going to serve you. I'm going to help you. And if I am hungry for your business, guess what? I'm hungry. I'm more hungry to serve you
mm.
after closing the deal. I'm here for you. Every other salesperson has given up on you, but I haven't, which means that after closing the deal, I'm here for you. I'm going to serve you.
Yeah. You know, very important advice you just gave. A lot of people only look at the sale. They don't look at after the sale, because that follow up after the sale will, even if they're not going to buy, but the repetitiveness is going to say to them, this is a person who cares. Let me refer. So now you're going to get referrals, right?
Yeah.
Because that's the what the follow-up does. It helps somebody understand that you're still relevant. You're still in the business. You're still in the game. Because a lot of people will turn around and go, hey, you still doing that? That thing that you were doing before? But they only say that because you didn't continue the follow-up. So
Mm,
even, you know, when we think about a sale, a sale is the beginning of a relationship,
mm,
right? And that's where a lot of people miss it. They think that you bought from me, okay, thanks, bye, see you in a, at
mhm,
never. But it should be a continued relationship, because even if you're selling a car, right?
mm.
People are going to use a car for 3, 5, 10 years, however long. But even if they only if they buy a car every 10 years, at least in 10 years they're going to come to you because you follow it up
Exactly.
every year, right?
100%. You mentioned something very important, which is yes, we need, of course, to follow up not only with clients who we haven't closed, but also with clients that we have closed. And this is where we over deliver. We
Mm,
start over delivering. And one thing about closed clients is that they buy, every one of us buy in cycles. We buy in cycles. Some people buy in 2 years, some people buy the same product in 7 years, some people buy the same product in 6 months.
mm,
And it's in our human nature that when we buy something, we secure it, we are happy that we have it, and our eyes and our mind start looking for what's next. And what's next could be sooner to me than it is to you. And me as a salesperson, I need to understand and gather information about my buyer cycles and my buyer's habits. And this happens through follow up. It happens through follow up. And this is also where, as you mentioned, we get the referrals. And you know, Rafael, one thing that I have learned is that when a client refer you, they are confirming to themselves that they are sold on you.
Yeah.
So
You
this
know,
is where, yeah,
go ahead. No, go ahead.
yeah. So this is when when you know that you really nailed it with that client, because they trust themselves and they trust you with their friends or families or relatives, and this is where they refer you.
Yeah. You know, think about iPhone.
Mm.
Every time I get mails, emails,
Mhm.
all the time, even months before the product comes out, coming soon, coming soon. So that
Yeah,
pre-sale contact, that sale contact, have you seen it? It's already out. Have you? So
yeah.
think about the way they market. And you may have a brand new phone. It's only 6 months old. And they're already contacting you. Come buy the newest one,
Yes,
the latest one. But wait a minute, this one's brand new. Who cares? You want the best, right?
exactly. Exactly. And I like what you said about the example that they start sending you emails before the new models
Hmm.
comes up. And this is something with follow up that I'd like to highlight. When you're following up, the follow up happens in the once you get in contact with a prospect client or you close a deal, the follow-up have started even before you have started selling, even before starting the sale. You will have to follow up throughout the entire sales cycle. If you want to book an appointment with a client, you will have to follow up with them not once, not twice, not 3 times, sometimes 8 times. For a client to answer your phone, you might have to follow up and call 8 times. We say you will have to call 8 times, but actually it's a sort of follow up. You will have to keep following up until you get them on the phone, and you get them on the phone, and you will have to keep following up until they agree to be to get on a demo or presentation with you. And you will have to follow up until they close a deal with you.
Right.
And you will have to continue following up throughout the life cycle of the client. So it's everywhere, like it's before the sale and after the sale and everywhere.
You know, Yasmin, one of the things that, we all have telemarketers calling us constantly. So one of the things is, how do we weed out a real call and not a telemarketer? Because I think one of the things is our scripts, and you talked about knowing what to say. You have to have a script and say, hey, by the way, thank you so much. You filled out the information on my website, right? So
Yeah.
that's the start. You can start that way so they know it's not a telemarketer. It's something you wanted because, like you said, oh, I forgot I clicked on that website. Let me remind you what we do. So it's that contact, that email with a video attached to. I love that you said that because we do that. It's especially important so they know. Maybe they saw a website, but they don't know what you sound like, what you do, your feeling, your energy. So that
Oh yeah.
video is definitely going to do that for them. The other thing that we also have to consider, besides having scripts,
Yeah.
you have to have a script if an answering machine comes on. What do
Oh
you
yeah.
say, right? What do you say if a person answers? What do you say if the person you're calling doesn't answer? Do you leave a message? If you don't leave a message, so there's so many different aspects that go into it. The other one is maybe you're calling at the wrong time. So are you calling in the morning? Are you calling in the afternoon? Or are you calling in the evening? And if one is not working, try the others, right?
Exactly.
So you have to schedule your follow-up as well, correct?
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. You know what? I remember when I was working with my husband, and I was doing the follow-up calls for him, and I called a lady, and like she hung up. it was very
My lights are
harsh
going
for you.
off.
Yeah. No, but I can still see you.
Okay, I'm gonna put them back on. It's all done
Yeah.
by my phone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I remember I sent her a message, and this is all in the follow up, by the way, techniques. It's not something that I came up with. And
Mm.
I told her, like, did I say anything wrong? Did I do anything wrong? And you guess what she said? She said, no, you didn't do anything wrong. But
Mm.
my father just passed away,
Oh.
and I'm not in a good position to take your call right now. So
Mm.
we never know what's going on with people's lives. They have lives like we do. And
Mm.
this is why we need to keep following up, and to keep following up really in a professional way. That's not, I don't like to use the word salesy, because sales is something that's near and dear to my heart.
Mm.
As soon as you know how to sell, then you are doing a great job. But you know what I'm saying. You don't sound pushy when you are following up professionally.
Correct.
But yeah.
Let me give you an example of a follow-up. I turned a customer away because
Mhm.
they were not ready.
Yeah.
They were not ready. And so, but I followed up. They were ready a year after.
Oh yeah.
They came to me and they said, we're ready now.
Yeah.
But if I did not follow up when they were ready, they would have gone somewhere else. Right.
Yeah.
But I said to them, listen, I can't take you right now. You are not ready to do what we're doing.
Mm.
Do these things, and when you're ready, let's have a conversation. But that was our conversation. But I followed up with emails, text messages throughout that year. And some of the ones are, how's everything going? Are you preparing? I
Oh yeah.
can't wait until you're ready. We would
Yes.
love to work with you.
Yeah.
And then they actually came in. They're with me 4 months now, and they are thrilled that they're our customers now, because they also realized that I valued them. I didn't
Mm.
discredit them because they weren't ready. I still said, listen, I want to work with you, but you're not ready for
Yeah.
my services.
Yeah.
Let's get you ready. Let me help you along the way. And so I
Yeah.
would send them videos, I would send them clips, I would send them things. And when they were ready, they were with me 4 months, they're so happy. And they said, we came here because you cared.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That was the difference, that even though they were not ready then, they stuck it out because they realized that we cared. And we were the only place when they were ready that they were going to go to. Right.
Yeah. If you're not first, you're last. This
That's
is
right.
what Grant Cardone says. If you're not the first to follow up, at least be the last to follow up. But you have followed up at the beginning, at the end, and throughout. So you won the deal when they became ready.
Mhm.
And this is, yeah, it's the beauty of follow up. I hear stories about people converting after a couple of years. I personally followed up for 2 years with a social media follower before I was able to convert him, and lots of great stories about follow up.
Mm.
But yeah, and again, do not be scared of follow up. You will not sound pushy, you will not sound salesy, as long as you are creative and you are committed, and educate yourself. Like, educate yourself about
Mhm.
follow up. Know how to follow up.
Oh, yeah.
Like, read books, get some courses, know how to do it professionally. But if you don't quit, you will never fail. If you
Yeah,
don't quit, you will never fail.
that's right. That's right.
Come up
Well,
with a system. If you do not want to join a system, come up with
mm,
a system for yourself. Commit to following up. It's a commitment. It's like committing to going to the gym, and it's like committing to a diet. It's a decision that has to be followed by a commitment.
let me say something, that if anybody is having trouble or does not know the systems of following up, they need to connect with you. And here we go. I'm going to do a follow-up right now because we're doing May 12th. We're doing a virtual event and we're giving everybody complimentary passes. But here's my follow-up because in July, we're going to have an amazing event. Take a look.
Heroes Rising Apex is the highly anticipated business event of the year. This gathering of industry leaders, entrepreneurs, authors, and visionaries promises to be a game-changing experience that will inspire, educate, and provide networking opportunities. Get ready to immerse yourself in a world of innovation, strategy, and collaboration as we embark on an unforgettable journey of learning, growth, and success. Join us in New York on July 14th through the 16th. Go to heroesrisingapex.com for tickets.
And that's the follow-up to May 12th. So when you think about following up, what are you doing? What mistakes can you avoid? I got to tell you, you want to know about it, you follow my good friend Yasmin, you follow her, but also here's the coolest thing that you can do. Come May 12th, and you will be able to listen to more words of wisdom that I know she's going to tell us. She's going to guide us, and then come meet her in New York. Here's the thing with live events. You get to meet the people. You get to ask them questions after you hear them speak, because I know some people may not be listening right now, but they're going to watch the replay and go, "Oh, I have a question for Yasmin." Well, guess what? Come and join us in New York, and I know that she will be more than happy to answer all of your questions. Am I right, Yasmin?
Oh, very much. Yeah, 100%. I love helping people. I love answering questions. I just want to provide value, and I can't wait to do that.
Beautiful. All right. Yasmin, thank you again for being here with us today.
Thank you very much.
Everybody, remember, this was episode 110.
Wow.
110 on New Tip Daily. We do these Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. Make sure you come on Monday. We are going to have some great business tips for you. Everybody, make sure you have an exceptional Friday and make it incredible. Thank you, Yasmin. Have an
Thank you very
exceptional
much,
day.
Raphael. Thanks for our audience as well.
Yes, thank you.